something like this happen.
Both the victim and suspect are charged with murder, but Trinity's mother says this has to be a mistake.
She wouldn't hurt nobody. I don't care what they say. She would never hurt anybody.
This special edition of Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
A Ray County Amber Alert victim and suspect are both in custody facing murder charges. I'm Cindy Sexton.
And I'm David Carroll. 28-year-old Daniel Clark and 15-year-old Trinity Quinn went missing Monday. Police say they were both involved in killing 58-year-old John Stevens last night at a gas station in Nashville. We have complete team coverage on this chain of events that led to the arrest. Kate Smith will be talking to the mother of Trinity Quinn. Lori Mitchell digs into Daniel Clark's background, and Cameron Taylor is in Nashville where the capture happened. Now the pair is charged with murder. Clark was taken to jail while Quinn is on the way to be booked at the Juvenile Detention Center.
They were captured near the intersection of Old Hickory Boulevard and Charlotte Pike at about 11:30 our time. Cameron joins us now with details. Cameron, tell us, how were they able to find the two?
Yeah, Cindy, before we get to that, we've received some new information from police about how all of this transpired. Apparently, after questioning both Quinn and Clark, they found out the two had been planning to leave Ray County for weeks. Now, they ended up here in Nashville late Monday, early Tuesday, because the van they were in ran out of gas. That's when they stayed in a Walmart parking lot in West Nashville. They started walking around that parking lot, and that's when they ended up at the Exxon Market where that deadly robbery happened. Now, to get back to your question about how they were captured, it was apparently a dump truck driver who spotted 15-year-old Trinity Quinn on the side of the road in West Nashville. Apparently, she was looking around rather on Old Hickory Boulevard and Charlotte Pike when all of this happened. And then, that driver had been keeping up with the search and saw police were looking for both of them. And when he saw Quinn, he drove down to a convenience store and called police who were already nearby. A SWAT team flooded that area and found them sitting on an embankment in the woods. Both didn't put up a fight, and police took them to the West Precinct. We spoke with a neighbor who says if they went any further, it may have been more difficult for police to find them.
They would have gotten back behind these houses. There's a lot of wooded areas, there's a lot of barns. They could have stayed hidden for a while.
Police also searched a backpack that they say belonged to Clark. In it, they found a gun. Now, it's unclear if that weapon was the same one used in that deadly robbery at the market. We're live in Nashville. Cameron Taylor, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Cameron. We talked to Trinity Quinn's mother, who says Daniel Clark is a friend of the family's. The mom says he's known Trinity since she was a baby, and she had a teenage crush on him.
Channel 3's Kate Smith was with the mom when she found out her daughter was safe, and then again when she found out her daughter was a murder suspect.
It all started here at Ray Central Elementary School. Trinity Quinn was supposed to get on the bus after her grandmother dropped her off Monday morning. Her family says she never made it on that bus and got in the car with 28-year-old Daniel Clark. For 2 days, the duo was on the run. Their phones were turned off, and her mom says she packed clothes and makeup before taking off. The search ended this morning when they were found in the woods hiding from police. The Metro Police are calling both Daniel Clark and Trinity Quinn suspects in the fatal shooting of store clerk 58-year-old John Stevens. Police don't believe Trinity was held against her will, but Stephanie Reed believes her daughter was manipulated.
I think he did have influence over her. I mean, they can't. He had to have. Not that I don't know that he forced her or anything. I just don't. She's a 15-year-old impressionable girl. Very influential as far as it goes.
Reed plans to travel to Nashville as soon as she can to see her daughter, but for now, Nashville police says she will have to wait. Trinity's family has been in contact with Clark's family, and both families just don't understand why this all happened. It's something police are trying to learn as well. For now, I'm in Dayton. Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Kate. Channel 3 has been looking into Daniel Clark's past, and we're learning more about his life before the Amber Alert.
His last arrest in Ray County was in 2008. Charges include public intoxication and violation of alcohol law. Well, Channel 3's Lori Mitchell continues tonight's team coverage.
Good evening. We did a background check on Daniel Clark, and it revealed he had no criminal history or past, and he had no registered weapons either. But we've since learned he has been booked here into the Ray County Jail before. That was nearly 10 years ago, and he was booked on misdemeanor charges. Take a look. This is a mugshot of him from 2008 that we found on the Ray County Sheriff's website. Again, these are alcohol-related misdemeanor charges from nearly 10 years ago. Now, people here in Dayton are surprised by the news of his arrest in connection with the killing of a Nashville gas station clerk. I was able to reach his father, Aaron Clark, by phone early this afternoon, just moments after Metro Police announced that charges had been filed in this case. And he told me, "We love our son. We want to know exactly what happened before we make a comment." Now, a lot of people are questioning why an Amber Alert wasn't issued in this case earlier than 9:30 this morning when the duo was on the run for a couple of days. Channel 3's Natalie Potts has been looking into that. She's been talking to the TBI, and she joins us now in the studio with more on those various alerts and when they are issued. Natalie.
When the TBI receives the request for an Amber Alert, they work to determine whether it meets the requirements, which are the person is 17 years of age or younger, the child is in imminent danger of bodily harm or death, and they must have a description of the child, the abductor, or the vehicle, and some sort of connection to the state of Tennessee. Other factors that play into the decision to issue the alert are the circumstances of the disappearance, whether the suspect has a violent criminal history or is listed on the state's sex offender registry. Prior to the gas station homicide, this case did not meet all of those requirements. Also, when the Dayton Police Department first reached out to the TBI, they could not say without a doubt that Trinity Quinn was with Daniel Clark. TBI agents say they felt that Trinity was in danger after the gas station homicide. An Amber Alert was issued this morning. Police found the two just a few hours later. You can learn more about Amber Alerts and the requirements needed to issue an official alert by visiting our website at WRCBTV.com. In the studio, Natalie Potts, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Natalie. We'll continue to keep you up to date on this story. Stay with us online at WRCBTV.com as we learn more about the Amber Alert suspect and the victim's relationship. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, guns could be quieter in the future, and an abortion bill is stirring controversy.
Plus, a mural was unveiled at Whitwell Elementary School today featuring the work of 530 very special artists. School Patrol is coming up.
We're going to see some showers move in late tonight and throughout tomorrow morning, and then the wind's really going to pick up. I'll tell you all about how strong those winds are going to be and what to expect into the weekend on my 7-day forecast.
with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
Chattanooga police are investigating a shooting in which 2 people were injured. It happened about 12:30 this morning on East 17th Street. Police responded to 2 reports of 2 people shot. Both victims, 22-year-old Tracy Ragland and 22-year-old Justice Parker, had non-life-threatening injuries, and they were both taken to a hospital.
A fire overnight damaged a building in Birchwood, and we've learned it was possibly used as a barn. The fire started around midnight on Highway 60. Highway 58 volunteer fire crews and the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office responded. No injuries have been reported, and they're still looking for the cause of this fire.
Tennessee lawmakers have passed a bill banning abortions after 20 weeks if a doctor determines the fetus is viable. The legislation that includes felony penalties for doctors cleared the House in a 68-18 vote today. The ban would not apply if the mother faces risks of death or serious damage to a major bodily function. The bill by Matthew Hill of Jonesboro heads to Governor Bill Haslam's desk. The Tennessee House has approved a bill that would let people use silencers on their guns. The House vote sends the bill to Governor Haslam. Sponsors have said the bill is meant to protect your hearing and it has no criminal intentions. The bill would remove silencers from the list of weapons banned for having, quote, no common lawful purpose.
A mural was unveiled at Whitwell Elementary School today featuring the artwork of 530 students. This mural is 5 feet by 10 feet and it depicts the United States of America, its people and its products. Kaleido Studios in Nashville assembled the students' art and created the mural, which will permanently hang in the school's entrance.
It means a lot. I think working together on a project brings unity among the school, and that's one thing we try to work on, is building a school family, and I think this sort of helps, projects like this help do that.
It was art, which is a wonderful thing for them to be able to express themselves, but they also learned about history and geography, and so it was a great effort to compile something like that.
Now, this mural is the largest one created by the Kaleido firm. The artist says it's an honor to have been part of the students' project, calling art one of the most important activities at any school.
You could just stand there all day and look at all the different things on that.
For hours. There are truly hundreds of things to see there.
That's great. Coming up next at 6, a year after a 20-year-old was murdered, still no justice.
Just why her, innocent person, innocent bystander, she didn't deserve to leave this earth at 20 years old.
Learn how you can help solve the case and earn up to $1,000 in cash. Greg Glover with Crime Stoppers coming up. Plus, yes, we had a beautiful day today, but Paul Barris says don't get your hopes up for tomorrow. We'll be right back.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The name.
Police are working a number of leads in the shooting death of Ashley McKenzie, but they have yet to make the connections that could lead them to the killer.
This 20-year-old woman was special, and her family is still grieving, and it is time for justice to prevail. Here's Greg Glover with Crime Stoppers.
Ashley McKenzie was an emerging community leader, viciously and needlessly murdered in cold blood, likely the victim in a foolish beef in which she wasn't even involved. We have $1,000 cash and the promise of your anonymity to get some information that would help finally bring her killer to justice.
We are still investigating the intended target for this shooting. However, at this time, we do not believe that Ashley was the direct target.
That doesn't make the loss any easier to bear. Ashley McKenzie was a 20-year-old bright light, a Central grad, a soldier in the Army National Guard.
If you needed it, she'll give it to you. Like, she did anything for the people that she loved and cared about.
But nearly a year ago, she was gunned down as she visited friends at a home on Cambridge Drive. On June 14th, around midnight, there was a knock at the door.
Whenever she went to enter the door, she was shot one time, and that killed her.
Witnesses saw a black male flee in a red Ford four-door sedan. Family and friends were shocked and devastated.
Something happened to her while she was serving her country or doing active duty. I wasn't expecting it to be here in Chattanooga.
Chattanooga's gang problem seems to have claimed another victim, the city's 17th homicide of 2016.
Although you may not know all of the pieces of the puzzle, we have some pieces already that we're working on. So just provide us a name or any information that you have that could help us complete that puzzle.
Along with a killer on the loose, there's still some information out there, valuable information that could lead to justice and to a payday for anyone who passes it along. Up to $1,000 is on the table, whether you do it for the cash, for your conscience, or for your community. Call Crime Stoppers.
This baby does not deserve to be going to the National Cemetery at the age of 20. Somebody know what happened? They need to come forward. This family is grieving. Friends are grieving.
You know how this works. You call, we assign you a case number. We never ask for your name. All you need is our phone number, 698-3333. To get voicemail, leave a way for Sergeant Miller to get back with you. He may have some questions. Don't leave our free money on the table. David, Cindy.
Thank you, Greg. Now it's time to check in with Chief Meteorologist Paul Barris.
And as always, we've been looking over Paul's shoulder, looking at the radar just to see what's coming up next. And, well, Paul, go ahead. Tell us what's happening.
Well, the rain's one thing. It's not going to be that, really that heavy, about a ½ inch to an inch of rain. But the wind advisories for tomorrow, the winds are going to be strong. We could see gusts in some of the higher elevations around here up to 50 miles an hour, and a high wind warning into the Blue Ridge Mountains with gusts up to 80 miles an hour. So there's going to be some damage, I think, out of some of the winds tomorrow, exclusive of thunderstorms. The real big thunderstorms are going to be south of us, and right now they're along the Gulf Coast. Some severe weather breaking out of Texas into Louisiana right now, just plain rain and a few thunderstorms starting to move across the Mississippi River Valley. We're expecting some of this to move in just before dawn around here as light rain, and then we'll get some breaks, and then we'll see more rain and maybe some thunderstorms into the afternoon for tomorrow. So it's not going to be an all-day rain tomorrow. 80 in the city right now, 79 in Dayton, Cleveland, 79 Dalton, 76 Blue Ridge, to 78 in Murphy. Winds are out of the south at 7, 81.52 the high and the low, and we're over 4 inches above normal in rain. We'll add that to tomorrow. We'll probably get another ½ inch at least, maybe up to an inch in spots. 81 Tryon today for high. Varnell was 83, 82 in Dalton, 83 Chatsworth, 82 in Calhoun, 79 Ellijay, and in Blue Ridge, 83 in Red Bank, 82 Soddy Daisy in Cleveland, with 81 in Ooltewah and East Ridge, 84 in Trenton, and then we had all the way up to Pikeville, 81, 10 Mile, 81, Riceville, 82, Turtletown and Murphy, 81, 82 in Jasper, Colmont, 78. Again, a few sprinkles overnight, but not much, and that's going to be coming just before dawn. 7 o'clock or so, the winds will really start picking up out of the southeast, and then we'll see some showers throughout the morning. By 2 o'clock, again, more showers will start moving in, maybe a thunderstorm or two into the afternoon. By 7 o'clock, the winds will be howling out over the Blue Ridge Mountains. This is where there could be some really strong wind damage out in Cherokee County and points north. Again, as these thunderstorms move by. And then we're just going to see cloudy skies, some cooler temperatures through Friday. This is Friday, 7 o'clock in the morning, lots of clouds, brisk wind, but not as strong, and then light rain showers and colder air moving in too. Highs only in the 50s coming up into Friday. Then we get into Saturday morning. Again, we're going to see some clouds hanging around, and we're thinking again, on average, I think a ½ inch to an inch, unless you get under a real big thunderstorm, you may get a little more than that. Tonight's 61 with a few more clouds rolling in slowly, and then for tomorrow, windy, cooler, showers, and a few thunderstorms. Very strong southeasterly winds for tomorrow. Higher up you go, the stronger the winds will be. Tomorrow night, 50, it'll be breezy, and southerly winds 15 to 20 with showers and storms fading out. On Friday, just some light rain showers, but a good chance for them, and only 56 with that wind. Saturday, 66, some showers late in the day, 50-50 chance on that, but it should be light. Sunday looks good, 71. And then Monday and Tuesday look great too, and maybe an isolated shower next Wednesday as we warm up to 83.
Paul, thank you.
Okay.
If you stayed up late last night, you saw what the Predators did.
Oh, that was so cool. And Paul Shaheen has you covered on softball and baseball right after this.
Dad, believe that's softball.
She led Silverdale's softball team to last year's single-A state title game, but is now bound to a wheelchair. But Shelby Duggard's story has no boundaries. For more on Silverdale's inspiration, Jill Jelnick has us covered.
Whether it was the youth leagues growing up or the travel teams with her dad, Shelby Duggard believed that softball was her calling. In her first season at Silverdale Baptist Academy, Shelby was one of the Seahawks' ace pitchers, finishing 15-1 on the mound while batting over 400. Her strong sophomore campaign even led to several scholarships.
That had been a dream for me since I was a kid, I'd always wanted to play D1 softball. That was just my dream.
But in the summer, going into her junior year, Shelby was met with her toughest opponent.
I just felt my arms go numb, and I lost my vision and my hearing. I couldn't hear what my coach was saying to me, and I fell down, kind of passed out in a way.
Shelby would later be diagnosed with postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, also known as POTS disease, a condition where reduced blood flow to the heart causes the heart rate to increase. One of the symptoms is difficulty standing, which is why she's now bound to a wheelchair.
It was super difficult for me. I mean, I remember how I was perfectly fine one day and not the next. I questioned God a lot and didn't understand what was happening to me. So I thought my plan was supposed to be playing softball, and it was supposed to be for me to reach people through softball. That was it.
Despite being confined to four wheels, Shelby has made it to most of the team's home and away games this year, which encouraged her to help find a new perspective on life.
I just felt that I needed to do something with it, and God doesn't waste pain. He didn't waste this trial. It just took a long time to get to that state of mind, I guess, that God does use the bad things for good.
Shelby now believes her new purpose is through ministry, where she hopes to help the lives of others on mission trips outside of the country.
Every morning I wake up and it's a choice to, get up and go to school and to reach those people, or I can sit in my bed and feel sorry for myself. You don't find your strength in this world, I don't think. I think it comes from God. There's a time when I did focus on how I was feeling, and it kept me from living out what God had for me.
Seahawks on 3, 1, 2, 3, Seahawks!
Shelby Duggard, an absolute inspiration, that's for sure. Let's stick with the Silverdale Seahawks. For years they didn't even have a softball field or any athletic fields to play on. It's part of the reason SBA teamed up with Sportsman's Warehouse 11 years ago to start the Fisherman Dream Bass Tournament. Now, over the years, it has raised tens of thousands of dollars. All of it has gone to support SBA athletics, helping build those fields. The tournament is this Saturday at Chester Frost. Big-time money and big-time prizes on the line for all types of fishermen. Tournament Director Brent Brady.
You see a lot of people going back to their childhood, because they're reliving some of their fondest memories from the time out in the water, trying to catch a big fish. And so that's what's neat about our tournament is we have something for amateurs and we have something for the seasoned veterans.
On the Prep Diamond tonight, 3 North Georgia baseball teams are starting second-round state tournament action in 3A. 2 teams. Cahola Creek is at Pike County and Calhoun is at Brantley County. In 6A, Dalton is at Glenn Academy. They're all a best-of-3 series with double headers scheduled for today. So we'll wrap that up tonight at 11.
And Preds and Braves fans are smiling today.
Yes, they are.
Good night last night.
The Preds are off today. The Braves play today, and the Lookouts return home.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, spring is a season of change, Paul.
A little bit. You're really going to notice some changes for tomorrow. For your evening out, though, not a problem. Temperatures around 80 now, 74 at 9. And a lot of high clouds out there, 66, and around midnight or so. And then on the 7-day forecast, excellent chance for rain, but very windy tomorrow. Highs near 70. Rain off and on throughout Thursday night, and into Friday, and maybe just a few showers through Saturday too. But a big cool down by Friday, only 56 for a high.
Be prepared. Thank you, Paul. Thanks for joining us.
NBC News is next on Channel 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Medica.
Yeah, she was in here and then she went out that way. Hey, I tried to send it to you last night. Stephen Reichlin has his own brand of rubs now.
Ooh.
Look it up on his Facebook page.
Ooh. That guy, man. I love it.
Yeah. For the first time, we are hearing from the family of the Macaulay student who was swept away in the Grand Canyon. Jackson Standifer's uncle talks to us about the legacy he hopes his nephew will have left behind.
I'm tracking rain and strong winds on the way, along with cooler weather.
Hear from the family of a Macaulay student who died in the Grand Canyon.